Good evening. We begin tonight with the heroics of a toddler who alerted his parents to a fierce blaze inside their Mount Barker home.
The little boy was playing in his bedroom when it's believed a power point burst into flames.
Flames leap from a toddler's window as a water tanker driver in the right place at the right time fights the fire. This little boy was playing in his bedroom when the blaze broke out right in front of him. He ran to tell his parents something was wrong and the family made it out.
And the occupants, I believe, suffered no burns but smoke inhalation, and they've been transported to hospital.
This video is from their next door neighbour who was working from home when she heard glass smashing.
I saw the flames right there. So that's when I rushed outside, and it was chaos.
Emergency crews moved in and then fire calls investigators to examine the gutted home. They've taken this power point from the boy's room away, saying an electrical fault is likely to blame, and praising the quick actions of the child for raising the alarm and the water tanker driver for his work.
He was driving past and noticed it and put his water boom out to protect the house next door.
It's very scary to feel it happened so quick.
The couple's second child was at school when the fire broke out. Neighbours are already thinking of ways they can help the family who have now lost so much.
We were all very heartbroken for them, and we've already told them that we'll do whatever we can to help them through this.
Lauren Rose, 7 News.
Simmering anger over the new North Adelaide golf course has exploded, with a 78-year-old woman among 8 protesters taken into custody.
Activists, described by the Premier as ragtag extremists, clashed with police in a failed last-ditch attempt to stop the chop.
Wielding a walking frame in an ugly confrontation.
You cannot touch me.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
You're pushing an old lady over.
I'm not touching you.
Look at what you're doing.
Midge Tunneth took a tumble as she exploited a gap in the construction fence and pushed ahead. She and others who breached the barrier were met with applause.
Well done, ladies.
Well done, ladies.
When police arrived and walked the 78-year-old from the golf course turned construction site, she again fell to the ground.
I'm prepared to go back in as often as I can until there's enough of an uprising.
Officers also arresting a 67-year-old and negotiating with a 43-year-old who left in an ambulance. Earlier, 27-year-old Hayley was placed into a cage car head first, having taken a seated stand. Chained to the gate, removed with bolt cutters, she was one of 8 who've booked themselves a court date.
Stop resisting, Terry. Come on.
Excuse me. Are you trying to steal property from police?
In a week filled with stunts, claims of death threats, even an arson probe, the Premier was scathing of today's protest.
Look, I've tried to stop looking at the comments online. This ragtag group of extremists aren't doing anybody any favours.
Despite the best efforts of protesters, the job of removing the trees is almost complete. The Premier says once it's done, the next step will be planting more trees and restoring the course. And with any luck, restoring the peace. Hayden Nelson, 7 News.
A Northern Suburbs man's booked himself a date with the magistrate after police found a hatchet in his bag at the Elizabeth City Centre. They were wanding shoppers when they stopped a 31-year-old from Salisbury Plain. He'll appear in court in June.
A judge has thrown the book at a bogus Glenelg massage therapist who sexually assaulted 61 female clients, one of whom was pregnant. Today, his brave victims packed the courtroom to hear his fate.
Sumit Rastogi's victims are refusing to let the sexual predator's heinous crimes define them.
He was made accountable for every single thing that he did. He got found out and he lost, and he's definitely lost today.
61 brave women, survivors of his despicable offending, packed the courtroom, then delivered this powerful message.
If it ever doesn't feel right, no matter who it is or what position they're in of power, just to always speak up, because so many of us didn't.
The 39-year-old committed 97 separate crimes of aggravated sexual assault and indecent filming at Forever Massage at Glenelg between October 2021 and July 2022. He told his clients, one of whom was pregnant, that he was always booked out because he was so good, but he wasn't even qualified. His final victim was sexually violated 5 times in a single massage session.
His level, how he kept escalating, I felt traumatised just hearing it. I can't imagine that poor woman that went through that.
Judge Carmen Matteo said Rostoghi's crimes were arrogant, selfish and predatory and caused a wave of emotional wreckage. During a marathon 3-hour sentence, the judge went into graphic detail about all of Rostoghi's sickening crimes, giving each of the 61 women a voice, not just a number. Rostoghi is likely to be sent home to India when his 13-year sentence expires. Deanna Williams, 7 News.
Arsonists have torched a Pasadena property for the second time this year. Neighbours had to be evacuated as the flames gutted the $1 million property.
Flames take hold at the Goodwood Road property just after 3 this morning.
It was huge and it was scary.
At the height of the blaze, police evacuated 4 students living next door to the vacant house.
My roommate's going, come on, get up, get out of bed.
Just said that we needed to get everyone out of the house. The flames were almost touching our windows. I can't believe we didn't wake up.
24 firefighters extinguished the blaze, but the house has been destroyed. It's the second fire at the vacant property in 5 months.
After the first fire, the owners brought in a skip and filled it up with rubbish bags in an attempt to clean out the house, but it's still sitting here.
This is what the property looked like when it was sold more than a decade ago. Real estate expert Colin Martin says rental properties valued over $1 million like this are in high demand.
The property is a beautiful family home, obviously. It's a missed opportunity for it to be occupied, and it seems to have been emptied for more than 6 or 7 years.
There are obvious signs squatters have been living at the house, spraying graffiti over the walls, and now after 2 separate fires, the property's value has reduced by at least $600,000.
I would be using this as a warning to those not to leave your property vacant.
Police want to hear from anyone who has seen suspicious activity in the area. Peter Caldecott, 7 News.
The Tom Anastasopoulos fan club has descended on Darwin for tonight's clash between Port Adelaide and the Gold Coast Suns. Let's go live to Josh Money, who's been following the team all week. Josh, will the Power handle the heat?
Well, Rosanna, they arrived up north nice and early to try to acclimatise to these hot and humid conditions, and we're about to find out just how successful they have been in doing that. Now, it is technically a Gold Coast home game tonight, but nobody has told the family of Tom Anastasopoulos. The Power First gamer has a fan club that's 25 members strong tonight. They call him Tommy Alphabet, and there's nearly one for every letter, led by his proud dad, Paul, who, as we heard yesterday, was brought to tears when he learned his son would be making his AFL debut.